Hey everybody, this week we talk about a couple of launches, SpaceX's return to flight, Cassini's new orbit, and we pay special tribute to an American hero. I'm Kyle, and this is Spaceflight Tonight. On Sunday, December 4th, the Cassini spacecraft entered its new orbit. And this is the beginning of the final phase of flight for the spacecraft. It'll spend less than a year in the new orbit, grazing the rings of Saturn, and I suspect that we'll get some fantastic pictures this year. Cassini's been in orbit around Saturn since 2004, and the science returned by the spacecraft is just phenomenal. I can't wait to see some of these pictures, and I'll be sure to share them throughout the year, especially if you follow me on Twitter or Facebook. There's a dog barking out there, and it won't shut up. Ruff, 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 ruff. Now there's a truck out there. UPS delivery, I think. Christmas presents. Yep. On December 7th, ISRO, which is sort of like India's NASA, had a successful launch. And also, ULA's mighty Delta IV delivered an Air Force SATCOM bird to orbit. That makes 11 launches this year for ULA, but they're not quite done yet. They still have one more launch scheduled for December 16th, and Atlas V carrying the EchoStar 19 satellite. Again, make sure to follow me so you can get updates on these launches. Everything, all this noise, man, I really should do this at night. This show's called Spaceflight Tonight. Also, earlier in the week, people were buzzing about the possibility of SpaceX returning to flight. This is all due to the refueling malfunction that occurred earlier this year. The company had considered a December 16th launch date, but that got pushed back, so it looks like Falcon won't fly again until 2017. And earlier today, JAXA's H-2B rocket successfully lifted the HTV autonomous resupply craft to the ISS. It'll arrive in a couple of days. Everything went well, and we're glad to see that because last week the Progress resupply craft did not do so well. So we're happy that the ISS astronauts will be receiving their supplies. Finally, this week I'm not going to answer any questions, and that's because we all lost a true American hero. John Glenn, the last of the Mercury 7 astronauts, died yesterday on December 8th, 2016 at the age of 95. He was a decorated World War II and Korean warfighter pilot. On February 20th, 1962, Glenn became the first American to orbit the Earth. After he retired, he successfully ran for Senate and went on to have a very successful career in Congress. In 1998, Senator Glenn became the oldest person to fly in space at the age of 77 aboard Discovery on STS-95. Glenn was a true hero and pioneer in space. It's been really touching watching everyone relive their moments with John, and I know his family can take solace in the fact that every American is very proud of John, and we're so sorry to see him go. Godspeed, Colonel Glenn. Enjoy the view.